Good evening. At the international level, so many conventions and treaties take place. In this session, we'll be discussing a few of them. Let's start our discussion with Budapest Convention on Cybercrime. We know what is cybercrime and we have discussed it at length during our regular sessions. Now, if you look at this cybercrime, it is not just limited to any particular nation. That is the reason why it is the time that the entire world has to come together to fight against this cybercrime. That is the reason why, way back in the year 2001, a convention took place in Budapest and that came into force in the year 2004. Whether India is a member or not in that particular convention, let's try to understand now. Kindly remember, as far as today is concerned, India is not a signatory. India is not a member in this particular convention. And India now planning to become a member because of the increase of cybercrime in India. India is one country, Brazil is another country. So these are the two important nations. So far they have not signed this particular convention. Kindly remember, forget about Brazil, but as far as India is concerned, we are seriously thinking to become a part of this. Once we become a part of this again, that will be there in the news and that may be a possible question in the examination. Now, I would like to open the document and show you the document regarding this. Look at this. Which of the following convention is related to? Which of the following convention is related to cyber crime? Just now I told you, and the answer is Budapest Convention. Option A is the answer. Now, look at this. As far as the Convention of Cybercrime is concerned, this is also known as the Budapest Convention. This is also known as the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime, right? Otherwise, you can call it Budapest Convention. This is the first international treaty seeking to address internet and computer crime by harmonizing national laws. This is possible only when various countries will come together. You can stop this cybercrime, or at least you can reduce the intensity of the cybercrime. And this is a mechanism through which they will try to improve investigative techniques and increasing cooperation among the nations. Kindly remember, let it be any international organization. Let it be any international organization. Once they are coming together means that is for the purpose of extending cooperation among the member nations. And look at this. The convention has 64 members. As of now, the number is 64. And when it comes to India, India is not a member. India is not a member of this convention. And this convention was signed in the year 2001. It came into force in the year 2004. 2001 and 2004. Kindly remember whether India is a signatory or not. Answer is no. So these type of this information is important for the examination point of view. Let's look at another one. New START. START stands for Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. You must have heard about this many times. Kindly remember, whenever you listen to this particular acronym START, Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, kindly recollect the two nations, that is United States of America and Russia, right? So this is sometimes seen in the news. It is a treaty between America and Russia. So this is the answer. Is it clear? This is the mechanism through which, through negotiations, they wanted to reduce this nuclear arms. So this is the START, that is called Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. I got some more points. Let me show you these points. Look at this. This new START is a nuclear arms reduction treaty between America and Russia. And this particular treaty will come to an end by the year 2021. Meaning, the experts are saying that as far as the reduction of these arms are concerned, there was no considerable improvement. That is the reason why both the countries, if they are ratifying this, this may be extended up to the year 2026. Kindly remember, for as of now, when this particular treaty comes to an end, answer is 2021. And tomorrow, if both the countries agree, if both the countries go ahead, ratify and extends up to the year 2026, then that will be a question. So we need to update ourselves from time to time. Right? Now, I would like to show you the other things. Look at this. Important one. Which country will be hosting? Which country will be hosting 2023 Men's Hockey World Cup? You are aware of this, most of you, right? And the answer is option A, that is India. India is going to host 2023 Men's Hockey World Cup. The earlier World Cup hockey was also hosted by India. It was held in the city of Bhubaneswar. Right? So please remember this. Right? And kindly remember, as far as the Men's Hockey World Cup is concerned, it has a long history, but India won this only one time so far. Right? As far as hockey is concerned, India is very famous, but India won this World Cup only one time. It was in the year 1975. In the year 1975, India defeated Pakistan. Clear? And as far as the country which won this World Cup for highest number of times, that country is Pakistan. Pakistan won Men's Hockey World Cup for 4 times. This is highest by any country. Am I clear? So these points you must remember. I would like to show you some more points. So answer for this question is option A, that is India. Look at this. In the year 2018, it was held in Bhubaneswar. And in the recent one, Belgium defeated Netherlands. Belgium won the World Cup hockey. India won only once, that happened in the year 1975. And whereas Pakistan won this cup for highest number of times. Pakistan won highest number of times, that is number 4. So kindly remember, they may ask you in the examination, how many times India won the Men's Hockey World Cup? Answer is 1. In which year? 1975. Which country won Men's Hockey World Cup for highest number of times? Answer is Pakistan. How many times? 4 times. Okay. Next. Look at this. Another important one. Which of the following convention deals with control of transboundary movements of hazardous waste and their disposal? Very, 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 very important one. So this hazardous waste, when it is crossing the boundaries, that is creating the problems in other nations. Right? So if you look at option A, B, C, D, Stockholm, Bern, Basel, or Vienna. Answer is option C, that is Basel Convention. Look at this. This is the convention for the control of transboundary movements of hazardous waste and their disposal. It was designed to reduce the movements of hazardous waste between the nations. So, like this, the questions will be asked in the examination, and you need to be very clear and very thorough with all this. Fine. So, I'll stop at this stage. Thank you so much for being with me, and have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you so much.